Welcome to the Lamar Dodd School of Art. We are thrilled you've decided to join us on this virtual tour, and we hope to see you on our campus soon. Our main building is located on River Road on the east side of the University of Georgia campus. The building has 3 floors and is in the shape of a U, which divides the building into a north and a south wing, with a courtyard in the middle. Every hallway is divided into 1 or 2 different areas, and in addition to the main building, we have a few other buildings just a short bus ride away. These include the Ceramics Building, the Interior Design Building, and the Thomas Street Art Complex, which is home to sculpture, jewelry, and metals. You can enter the main building on the 1st and 3rd floor. We'll start our tour on the 3rd floor, which is located in the Fine Arts Quad. Nearby, you'll find the Georgia Museum of Arts, the Hugh Hodgins Music School, and the Performing Arts Center. In this area of campus, the students are surrounded by creativity and have a number of potential opportunities waiting to be explored. Near the 3rd floor entrance, you'll find 2 of our main galleries, as well as administrative and advising offices. The main stairwell is to the left, and the suite gallery is to the right. The Director of Gallery's office is located beside the suite gallery, and the main office is just to the right of that. Across from the main office is the Lupin Gallery, one of the largest in the building. Another wall was put in recently, expanding the exhibition space considerably. We have 5 main galleries which produce rotating exhibitions and events that examine the cultural and social context around us and provide a framework for intellectual and creative inquiry. We'll now begin walking down the administration hallway. Many of the hallways have another U-shaped addition off of it, with offices and studio spaces. We are approaching the graduate office, which is located at the end of this hallway on the left here. Along the left side of this hallway, we have our conference rooms. We have 13 different areas of emphasis to choose from. Many students choose to double major or minor with an art degree. There are a number of options and many interdisciplinary opportunities. To the left here, we have some more of our staff offices. And to the right is our mailroom. At the end of the administration office to the left is the director's office, which is located behind the main office. We are currently looking at the main office from the other side. We saw it earlier beside the suite gallery and 3rd floor entrance. Advising offices and other resources are located at the end of the administration hallway. Our advisors and faculty are easy to reach and happy to meet with students every semester to help them pick classes specific to their career goals or answer any questions they may have. We are now leaving the main office area and heading to the north hallway to the left of our 3rd floor entrance. This is home to art education and art history. To the right is the suite gallery, Lupin Gallery, and front entrance to the main office. Advising offices are behind us and to the left. Student work from local schools is often displayed in the hallways. This hallway has our art education and art history offices, as well as study spaces for undergraduate and graduate students. All of our professors have offices within the Dodd and are happy to meet with students during office hours. Art history students are able to gain hands-on experience with a number of museum and curatorial opportunities, and art education students have the opportunity to participate in student teaching. Here is an image of one of our art education classrooms. Leaving this hallway, you'll find yourself at the end of the north wing. The Bridge Gallery can be found here. We have a number of different gallery spaces throughout the building that show faculty, student, and visiting artists' work. Students are encouraged to exhibit their work and are required to participate in critiques during class time. By requiring students to stand up and defend their art, not only do they build grit and resilience, but they create a stronger sense of self and self-confidence. We'll now move on to the south wing of the third floor, which is where painting and drawing is located. Students have the opportunity to exhibit their work along the walls. Faculty offices and studios are located near student spaces, which allows students to see how professional artists function and build professional relationships. Just ahead is the glass gallery, which is located within the painting and drawing graduate area. To the left are the main classrooms and studio spaces, and to the right is the entrance to the graduate area. Walking through the graduate area, this is the glass gallery from the inside. This is just one of a few of our painting classrooms. Students have a number of spaces to work, and graduate students are given their own studios to work in. There is a large storage space for paintings, as well as a spray painting booth. We'll now move down to the second floor. The second floor atrium has a number of tables and computers to work at. Windows on both sides of the building let in a lot of natural light. It's a great space to study, take a break, or eat your lunch. The Lupin Foundation Technology and Research Kiosk is located on the second floor atrium to the left here. It is also known as the Cave, or checkout for audio and visual equipment. Next to the Cave is the Flat Lab, which has printers and scanners available for undergraduate use. The Cave has state-of-the-art equipment for students to use while they are here. Any student can rent the equipment. It lets students get to know the equipment before buying it as a professional. The second floor south hallway has our photography and printmaking studios and classrooms. There is a small project space to our left, which students can sign up for. To the left is the photography area, and to the right is printmaking. The printmaking and book arts area has one of the most extensive set of facilities at the Dodd. The studio spaces contain analog and digital equipment that allow our students to learn a number of processes, ranging from screen printing, intaglio, relief, letterpress, lithography, papermaking, digital printing, and more. The Lamar Dodd School of Art strives to make materials and processes as green and safe as possible. This is especially true in our printmaking department, as well as many other areas of the art school. In the middle of this hallway, we have our printmaking and book arts graduate and faculty area. This space has a large working area for graduate students, as well as individual studios and offices. Due to the nature of a shared studio space, printmaking is often one of our most collaborative areas of emphasis. Students emphasizing in printmaking often leave the Dodd with some of the most well-developed professional networks. We'll now move on to our photography area. Students will learn both old and new techniques from developing film to the latest video editing software. We've got a large undergraduate space here with a classroom and black and white developing space, as well as a darkroom. Moving on to the advanced photography space, we have a couple of sound booths. To the left, we have our advanced scanning room, and to the right, we have our film loading rooms. Lockers are provided for students to keep their materials in, and ahead of us, we have our advanced printing and finishing areas. We have 4 advanced darkrooms in this area, which include black and white, as well as a color darkroom. Students are encouraged to try a number of techniques and processes. The photography department has a photography studio, which is located on the 3rd floor. This space is utilized during class time and is used to teach students a number of techniques for both still photography and video work. This space can be reserved for individual use outside of class time as well. On the north wing of the 2nd floor, we have scientific illustration and graphic design. Our scientific illustration department is #1 in the country and is interlaced with science classes. Many students choose to double major and pursue a science degree as well, or even go on to medical school. Our graphic design area is one of our most competitive areas. Students learn on the latest software and programs, and many double major in theory with advertising. We'll now move down to the 1st floor. There are many entrances on the 1st floor, but we'll start on the south side. Fabric design is located here in addition to the wood shop and object lab. Students create fabrics and textiles and have access to an amazing loom room. At the other end of the South Hall, you'll find our art history lecture halls. In addition to classes, we often have visiting artist lectures held in these spaces. Our art history classes are some of the largest that we offer here at the art school. Across from the art history lecture hall is the Ideas for Creative Exploration or ICE office. They help students explore a number of opportunities and provide funding and grants for interdisciplinary studies. The 1st floor atrium is quite large, and in the middle of the building, you'll find a beautiful courtyard. We have a number of events and parties at the Dodd, ranging from exit shows to pop-up art sales put on by students. This area is utilized for those events, as well as the 3rd floor gallery spaces we've already seen. The Margie E. West Gallery is located on the first floor. The galleries have a number of projectors and equipment set up to ease in the installation of video work. Right beside the first floor gallery is a small exhibition space, often utilized by our foundation students. The first 1 or 2 years, our students will take what we call foundation courses. This consists of drawing, color, and composition, a 3D course where students get to learn basic woodshop skills, and 2 art history courses. This gives students a chance to figure out which emphasis they'd like to explore. Students have access to large drawing spaces and learn to work from still life and live figure drawing. These are just a couple of our drawing classrooms. Moving back to the south wing where fabric design is located, you'll find the wood shop. Students are trained on the equipment and safety is a must. We've got a great sign-up system for students to reserve time to use the equipment outside of class time. There is a large tool room with a ton of power tools and hand tools for students to use on site. A lab monitor is also available in this room. They assist students in reserving time on the equipment, as well as answering any questions they may have about the proper use of equipment. Beside the woodshop, you'll find the Object and 3D Lab. This area has state-of-the-art technology from 3D printers to laser cutters. Again, students are able to reserve time slots to work in these areas outside of class time. They are also trained on this equipment and shown how to use it during class. That's it for the main building. We'll now move on to the ceramics building, which is just a short walk away. It is located next to the Performing Arts parking deck. Ceramics students develop working knowledge of the various techniques of the ceramics process, including clay and glaze formulation, kiln building and firing, throwing on the potter's wheel, and numerous methods of hand forming. Students have large personal studio spaces to work in and store their materials. Graduate students are also given their own personal workspaces and studios. Both undergraduate and graduate students emphasizing in ceramics have their own workspaces across the hall from faculty studios. The ceramics building is equipped to hold large quantities of clay bodies and is also equipped with facilities to help recycle clay. The Thomas Street Art Complex is located close to downtown, just a short bus ride away from the main art building. It is home to sculpture, jewelry, and metals. There's a large courtyard area and multiple buildings for each area. The 16,000 square foot area includes a foundry, wood and metal shops, a computer lab with editing software, 3D printers, and a CNC router. Graduate students receive large studio spaces and 24-hour access to the facilities. On the second floor of the sculpture building, we've got an undergraduate classroom space with ample storage for student work. In the center of the building is a large exhibition space with a lot of nice natural lighting. This ramp leads down to the bottom floor where the wood and metal shops are located. The jewelry and metal building is to the right of the sculpture building. Students working in the jewelry and metal program will develop an understanding in various techniques such as metal fabrication, lost wax casting, raising, forging, stone setting, color on metal applications, and numerous forming and surface embellishment processes. There is a large metalsmithing room with enough space for students to work during class time as well as after hours. Students are given large spaces to work in class, access to a number of tools, as well as a jeweler's bench. Jewelry and metalwork graduate studios offer private, well-equipped space to make, collaborate, and research. Each individual studio is furnished with a jeweler's bench, large workbench, and ample storage. Thank you again for taking the time to join us on this virtual tour through the Lamar Dodd School of Art. We hope to see you soon.